Hey, what's going on, family? Today we're going to talk about this article written from Fortune that Yahoo Finance picked up and put it on their website. There's been a departing Tesla executive who cashed out almost his entire stake of Tesla stock for $181 million as somebody, a longtime bull named Ron Barron, calls the bottom in the stock. Which one is right? What's going on in Tesla? Why would a top executive sell his majority stake of what he held in Tesla stock so fast? What's going on in the situation? Let's break this down. See if we can't find something that we can try to utilize. Because look at Elon. Look at him point at the Tesla executive talking about, boy, look at you trying to take all your money out the bank. Trying to take all your money out of Tesla. $181 million. What you trying to do? Are you going to try to compete with me? Are you going to try to go out and create your own EV vehicle to where you're going to compete against me? Elon's like, okay, you can try it if you want to. You're going to find out. The guy's name is Drew Baglino, if I pronounce that right. He's the one that cashed out $181 million. The former senior vice president in charge of powertrain engineering at Tesla liquidated virtually his entire stake in the company. Days after leaving the company last week, I think he saw the writing on the wall. He might be even upset how Tesla treated him. He's a senior vice president. This man was at the top. And he knew that he was going to get the pink slip. He probably felt that his position was scathed or protected from being laid off. But then maybe within the internal walls of the Tesla facility, he got wind and like, yeah, they about to let you go. He's like, all right, cool. Let me just get my stuff. Let me sell virtually my entire stake in Tesla stock and I bounce. Don't worry about it. I get my $181 million and I'm good. In a regulatory disclosure, Tesla said that Drew has exercised the bulk of his vested stock options that converted into 1.4 million shares. So apparently, if it converted into 1 million shares plus, he must have been with the company for a while. He promptly dumped them on the market Wednesday. Boom, that was last week. The day after Tesla filed its 10Q statement, which was the earliest possible opportunity for a corporate insider. So he had to do it quick. Because I guess if he didn't get into that window to sell his stake, he may have to wait like another 6 months, 7 months. And he probably saw how the price in Tesla was just crashing down. He like, yeah, let me go ahead and sell this stuff now, because in the next 6 months or however long he had another opportunity to sell, it might not even be up there. The options were at risk of expiring 90 days. So he only had 90 days to get up off those stock options. But Drew could have elected to retain a portion of his shares. Once a leading contender to replace Elon Musk on the Tesla throne. Wow, look at that there. He was a contender to replace Elon as CEO of Tesla. That's why Elon is giving us that face. Look at him. Drew helped build the company's lucrative business in commercial energy storage, led by its industrial scale Megapack battery, now quite possibly its highest margin manufactured product. But the solar roof business he runs dwindled to little more than a rounding error, and Tesla this quarter stopped publishing deployment figures, its only reported metric. Worse, the 4680 cell, once the foundational pillar that would ensure Tesla's cost competitiveness over its rivals, has run into repeated manufacturing problems and is now effectively no longer core to its equity story. That's why Elon is trying to branch into AI now. That is why Elon is trying to do robo-taxis. It's because they see that the competitiveness of batteries, of making EV vehicles, is a lot harder. It's a lot harder to reduce costs and expensive and also increase revenue. especially in manufacturing. Quote, I don't think it's super important, at least in the near term, Musk told investors on Tuesday, arguing Battery Day's main unveil from 2020 was in reality little more than a hedge against the soaring cost of sourcing cells from battery suppliers. Quote, we did the cell program in order to address the crazy increase in cost per kilowatt hour from our suppliers due to gigantic orders placed by every car maker on earth, end quote. Now that cell producers are stuck with excess capacity after incumbents like Ford have pulled back from the EV market, prices are a lot more favorable for Tesla. Now, it goes into Ron Barron. Drew's stock sale coincided with optimism from veteran Tesla investor Ron Barron, the head of Barron Capital, whose largest position is in Tesla, called the bottom for the stock. Of course he would say that. If that's his largest position that he holds, it'll be asinine to think that this man would say something negative about Tesla. Even as the stock has seen, look at this, since the high of July 2023, 53% drop. This man is still saying that the bottom is in Tesla. Of course, because if he's trying to sell his position, why would he come in and say, hey, the bottom's not yet in Tesla? But if he wants to sell it, he wants to sell it at a higher price. He doesn't want to sell at a lower price. Because understand, when he files his 10K or 13K, I think it is, to show what they've done over the last quarter, you won't even know that this man sold his position out in Tesla. But yet, you got this article. You have him being on CNBC saying, look, this is the bottom of the stock. Right. Then you got this article from Reuters. This just came out today, April the 30th, 2024. Right there. Musk lays off Tesla senior executives and fresh job cuts, the information reports. So that senior executive that Fortune talked about, that Yahoo pulled up, he already knew it was coming. Musk is laying off a lot of people from every department. No one is safe from being laid off. They finally get to see that you are replaceable. And that's how many people who work on these businesses, these jobs, these employees, these personnel, you are replaceable. And you're seeing that in this situation in Tesla. These senior executives, they probably felt like their job was secure. But no, Musk is dropping the hammer on them too. You gotta go. Now, Elon Musk has dismissed 2 Tesla senior executives and plans to lay off hundreds more employees, frustrated by falling sales and the pace of job cuts so far, the information report on Tuesday, citing the CEO's email to senior managers, not the lowest people on the totem pole. These are people high up. Rebecca, I'm not even going to pronounce that name. You guys can. Senior Director of the electric vehicle makers Supercharger Business, and Daniel Holt, head of the new vehicles program, will leave on Tuesday morning, the report says. So those are 2 people right there, according to Reuters. Musk also plans to dismiss everyone working for and Holt, including the roughly 500 employees who work in the Supercharger group. So he's gutted the whole department. Gone. Not here anymore. It wasn't clear how many people actually work for Hope. Pause. So Musk is going around Tesla, laying off hundreds of people, trying to make the business more lean. And then you have him, or the board of Tesla, asking that shareholders vote to restore his $56 billion pay package that was once voided by a Delaware judge. Make it make sense. He wants that money. Look at him eyes bulging like that. This dude wants that 56 billion. So he's like, y'all pay me my money, but I'm gonna lay you off. Make that make sense. Why can't that $56 billion go back into Tesla and the employees to keep them on staff? $56 billion. How do you think they're gonna come up with $56 billion? It has to come from Tesla. So maybe in order for them to pay Elon that $56 billion, they got to cut the checks away from the employees, even senior executives. Think about it. If you're not making any money in selling your EV vehicles, and you're seeing how creating batteries, the manufacturing process is hard, and you see how you can't create a lower value EV model for $25K or less, how can we come up with this money to pay Elon $56 billion? We're not having our sales has dwindled in our Tesla vehicles. How can we pay this man? So the board is like, or Elon is like, all right, cool. Let me cut these people. So you can see where the loyalty is. Does Elon have loyalty for the people who work for him? Or is he money hungry that he wants that $56 billion? That he will gut anybody to make sure he gets it. So all of the shareholders who voted, think about all of the other people that you could have impacted that got laid off because of your decision. Because if Elon gets this $56 billion, best believe he better make Tesla better, i.e. sell more vehicles. Now, check this out. Equivalent items to Elon Musk's voided compensation package from January. So he's trying to get $56 billion, right? Look at this. Laid end-to-end in $1 bills. $56 billion is the length that will circle the globe 222 times. $56 billion will circle the globe 222 times. $56 billion for one man is equivalent to 123 GDPs of countries, territories worldwide. And it's going to one man. That $56 billion is more than the gross domestic product that these other countries are developing or creating. Think about that. How many people live within these 123 countries? $56 billion is equivalent to 733,080 Cybertrucks. $56 billion. If you spent $1 every second of every day, it would take you 1,774 years to spend $56 billion. For every second you spent $1. $56 billion is equivalent to working roughly 3.7 million years earning the federal minimum wage, which off of this graphic is $7.25. Make it make sense. Going to one man. $56 billion would be enough to give $166 to everyone in the United States. 336 million people. Cut the check. Can I get that, please? $166 million. And the board wants Tesla shareholders to give it to one man. Why not take that $56 billion and invest it back into Tesla? Because if Elon is supposed to be the visionary of Tesla, then the stock does not need to be trending this direction. Look at this. Okay. Look at this. It's been in a downtrend since November 2021. It's almost 3 years. In November of this year, it'll be 3 years. 3 years this stock has been trending down. But you want to pay Elon $56 billion? The stock should not be going this direction if you're going to pay a man $56 billion. Something's not adding up. The value should be going higher for this stock if you want to pay one man $56 billion. The shareholders got a lot of power. Are you going to give the man his money? Or are you going to say no? We want to put that $56 billion into Tesla because I want my stock to increase in value. Because right now, if you purchase Tesla anywhere from November 2021 all the way until, I would say, November 2023, you're currently underwater. But he wants to get a surefire $56 billion if the Tesla shareholders vote yes. And we're going to find out real soon if either if he will get it or not. But it is what it is. So let me break down this price prediction real quick. Then I'll let you all go. So we did a price prediction in Tesla. I told you on our last video, like, you can only go so low before the market begins to go back up. And that's exactly what happened. We did a video like on the 18th, on the 19th. The market came through. You can see it. Held our first buy zone. Okay, for like 2 days. And then the market ran up. So there was a couple of things. It was trending on Twitter, Tesla stock, how apparently the short sellers have lost a couple of $1 billion if they shorted the market down here around 140, because the price since what, the 22nd has gained value of about 40%. I think that's the reason why the price is going as high as it did so fast, is because these short sellers are trying to purchase back these stocks that they were short, and thereby increases the value of the stock. It has nothing to do with what Elon said. It has nothing to do with what he said during the earnings release. Nothing of that sort. The sales didn't change, and Tesla selling their EV vehicles. Nothing fundamental. This to me looked like it's the short squeeze. Like the market is trying to really hold back these short sellers, or they're the one who's instituting this move to the upside. All right. So let me go ahead and get rid of this price prediction here. Let me get rid of this support or resistance area, and then we get rid of that sell zone. So we're already knocked on the door of our second sell zone. It's a very big area. Here's Tesla on the monthly chart. Okay, that looks pretty bullish. I ain't gonna lie. That looks pretty big. I like that monthly price bar in Tesla. Seeing that makes me think that we have a little bit more room to go up. But this is the biggest problem though. Right here. Okay. This is it. So we made the seated market in Tesla run up to these two sell zones on my chart and then come back down. The 5-weekly chart looks bullish too. I like that. Here it is on the 3. I like that too. That's a very good indication that buyers did step into the market, or at best, people had to buy the stock. That's why the value went up. Here it is on the 2 weeks. So I would say in the next 3 days and 9 hours, specifically on the 3-weekly and the 2-weekly charts, if the market closed that way on these bars, then yeah, I'm looking for a price to go up in Tesla now. Okay. Now, let me put this on the daily. So right now, let me see if I can put that. So let me do this. We'll create like a buy zone for Tesla right around there. I do see the market being bullish, but I kind of want to see how low this market is going to go, because currently pre-market is down to like 190. So from out the gate, I will be looking for the market to initially give us some lower prices. But these will be my targets. This first sell zone here, either at the low or the high. At the high is 5.87%. And then my second target is going to be the second sell zone, either at the low or the high. At the high is around 13%. Okay. So let's see. Initially, I think the price is going to go through some weakness, some selling, but given the long term, the monthly, the 5 weeks, the 3 weeks, and the 2 weekly chart, specifically in the next 3 days, if it closes that way, then yeah, I'll be looking for the market to trend to the upside. If it doesn't, we already know the reason why. Give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.